What's up, everybody? Welcome to Week 1 picks from the Thunder Sports Pod. It's JT Thunder.
And the stash, baby, back at it again.
So we're going to dive into some Week 1 NFL picks. So what do we got so far starting off?
All right. So the first game of the season, JT, I got it right here for you. Detroit at Kansas City. Now, before people just write off the Lions, let me say, the Lions look good. Like, they didn't look good the first half of the year last year, but they really stampeded the last half. So
They did, for sure.
me personally, I got Kansas City winning that first game, but I think it'll be a little closer than most people expect. I got it like 20-27 or 28.
I could see that. I think I'm going to go Kansas City 31-20. 20-23. I think it'll be close to one score game. I think Detroit puts up a good fight early, and they show that they can contend with the best of them. So I think that Kansas City pulls away late, but it'll be pretty close most of the game. So I got Kansas City in that one.
Okay. So we're in agreement on that one. All right, then the next game, we got Carolina at Atlanta.
Ooh,
Give me your thoughts,
divisional
JT.
game. Divisional game. So where's it at?
It's at Atlanta.
Okay. I'm gonna give it to Atlanta. I think Atlanta splits the series with Carolina this year. At home gives them the edge. I think that Carolina has the better team and they'll finish the division winners. But I feel like Atlanta, Bijan Robinson has a big game. Kyle Pitts and Drake London, they have pretty good games as well. So overall, I think it'll be another close game, week 1. But I think the Falcons will edge them out.
I am opposite. I've actually got Carolina winning this first game. I think Bryce Young's going to squeak out a dub his first game of the season, or his career, actually, because I think that's what's going to happen. I think not going to be high scoring. I got it 14-7 final score.
I can see that.
So that's who I got picked. I got Carolina on that one.
Okay.
All right, next game, JT. Cincinnati at Cleveland. No Joe
Okay.
Burrow.
Hey, we don't know yet. He could be possibly playing through it. But that calf issue, we'll see how that progresses. But regardless, if Joe doesn't play or does play, I think this will be a really close game. I've got the Bengals in this one. Even if it's at Cleveland, I think Nick Chubb has a really big day on the ground, but it's not enough to stop the Bengals. I think the Bengals win by 10 points.
10 points? Okay.
Say 24-14, roughly.
Okay. I've got Cincy winning the game as well, with or without Burrow. But we might be wrong. Deshaun Watson is actually going to be able to get a little bit of a groove this season, so he might actually play a little better. I still think Cincy's going to win, so I'll take Cincy. I think it's going to be more like a 28-10 score.
Really?
If Burrow plays, 28-10. If Burrow doesn't play, 21-10.
Okay. I think Cleveland's got the better defense, though. I think it'll be closer than what you think.
Next up,
But I respect it.
Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow.
That's true. Very true.
All right,
We'll move on. Move on to the next. Yes, sir.
we got Trevor Lawrence with the Jags going to Indianapolis to face Anthony Richardson and Jonathan Taylor.
Okay, so if you told me this matchup last year, I would have laughed at you because I could care less. But now, week 1 of the 2023 season, it's got my interest. I think this one will be the closest game of the week. I think that Jacksonville edges it out. I think Anthony Richardson has a really good game 1 to show that he's, more than ready for the NFL. But I think the Jaguars take this one. It'll be like 27-24.
27-24. Okay. I think it's going to be a really good game. Trevor Lawrence is still a young QB. And then you're getting a rookie QB. I think it's going to be think it's honestly, in my opinion, I think it's going to be a little more Jackson. This is going to be an eye opener for Anthony Richardson, seeing how pros do things. So I'm taking Jacksonville 27-14.
Okay. Another big receiver coming back this year. Help T-Law. Calvin Ridley.
Mm-hmm. He's
He's
back.
He's going back. He's back, baby. He's back. He's back. He's back. Yes, sir. But he's gonna have a really good year in Jacksonville. I feel like I think he's got that dog mentality for real. But he's gonna come back hungry because he was suspended all of last year. Um, looking to kind of go off. I feel like, but Calvin Ridley has always been a good receiver, even in college. So that'll help out T-Law a lot.
So we're both in agreement. So we both got Jacksonville winning it. All right. We talked about this last week, so let's go ahead and get it out of the way. Minnesota versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
All right. So I think the quarterback situation is what's going to hurt Tampa. I think their defense could possibly show some problems for the Vikings in the interior of their offensive line because it's not the strongest. But I think the Vikings edge that one out.
28-14.
Their offense is far better than Tampa's right now.
28-14, AT.
Okay.
That's just my prediction for it. I think Baker didn't impress me with his preseason performance either. So we're both in agreement. We both got Minnesota Vikings taking week 1.
Sir.
Moving on to the next week, JT, we got Tennessee at New Orleans.
I think Tennessee could take it, but since it's in New Orleans, I think the Saints will run away with this one pretty early. Their offense, getting Derek Carr, is a huge addition to that team. Their defense, sneakily underrated, but I think the Saints win this one by 3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns? That's what I've got this extra game looking like. I'll be honest with you. I got Saints big. 34-10.
Oof.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I think New Orleans is going to have a little field day that day. So.
I agree, for sure.
All right. Now, here we go. San Francisco at Pittsburgh.
Okay, so this one is going to be my upset of the week. I've got Pittsburgh taking this one week 1. You heard it here first. I think that Kenny Pickett starts the George Pickens connection early week 1. I think them guys get, that chemistry going. Defense starts locking up Christian McCaffrey and Debo and Kittle. I think that Pittsburgh has a top 5 defense this year. I really do. So I think Pittsburgh takes one in dramatic fashion. I think it'll be pretty close, but I think I got Pittsburgh for sure. Lock it.
I've got Kenny Pickett playing excellent this year, but it's going to start off with a week 1 loss to San Francisco 49ers. I'm sorry. I've got them making the playoffs this year. I think Mike Tomlinson does not have losing records. Okay, so I got San Fran doing what they need to do to get past Pittsburgh and move on to next week 2. San Fran is a scary team with anybody at quarterback. So don't sweat on, don't try and sweat on Trey Lance too much. I think we might see some real action out of him. So yeah, I personally got San Fran, but you got Pittsburgh. We'll have to wait till week 1.
We'll see.
I think we both got the same pick on this one. Arizona at Washington.
Washington all day.
Washington.
That's gonna be a wash. Washington's got a way better defense.
Better offense.
Better offense. So Terry McLaurin's gonna have a feast day. So we'll move on to the next one.
This one's gonna be interesting. Another rookie getting his debut. CJ Stroud.
Houston.
Playing against the Baltimore Ravens.
I got Baltimore, bro.
I do too.
I think Baltimore, Lamar Jackson, the connection with Mark Andrews, it's going to hit already. It's going to hit early, and it's going to hit all day.
I'm thinking Lamar's going to have 400 yards, 300 in the air, 100 on the ground.
Eesh, I mean, I
If,
can
if
see it.
you think he's as good as he is, he's gonna be. It's an easy
Yeah,
game. He
yeah.
should be balling out.
I mean, Houston did add additions. They got Derek Stingley. I mean, that secondary is going to look a little bit better. Not much better, but a little bit better this year. Will Anderson off the edge, but I think ultimately Baltimore is going to show them who's boss.
All right, Baltimore winning. We're in agreement on that. Next game, we got Green Bay at Chicago.
I think this one's pretty close. Where's it at?
That's Chicago.
Okay. I got Green Bay in this one slightly.
Okay.
I think Jordan Love has a good connection with Christian Watson.
He's actually built a little connection with him in
Yes.
training camp and stuff. So I
And
think
Dubs too. So
he's gonna show the world that he's a Hall of Fame quarterback in the making.
that defense for Green Bay is not to be messed with. They've still got a pretty solid defense. People forget about, but I think that's going to be a little too much for Fields to handle week one. Even though he's got better weapons around him this year, I feel like Green Bay takes this one early.
He's got some talent.
Oh, yeah.
I've actually got Chicago taking week one. So I think Justin Fields is, now that he's got some weapons, I'm hoping that he's going to be able to make a few more connections and get down the field, stay on the field longer to give your defense a break. So yeah, I'm going to go Chicago. I think it'll still be close. Not like super high scoring, but like I think it's going to be those defenses really playing ball. So I got 17-14 Chicago.
Okay. How many more
All right.
games we got left? Let's see.
We got a few games left.
All right. Yes,
We
sir.
got Las Vegas at Denver.
Denver.
We,
Ooh,
we talked about this already. We already know who's going to win this.
Denver. I got
Denver Broncos.
I got that game by like 2 touchdowns. I think Denver wins that.
I'm gonna be
28-14.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Hear me out. Russell Wilson puts up 3 touchdowns through the air and 1 on the ground. Game 1.
I can see that. That's a very likely possibility.
4 touchdowns for Russ week 1.
Oh,
Woo.
yeah. Get his swagger back in motion.
All right, week after that, we got Philadelphia Eagles versus at the New England Patriots.
Underrated matchup. I think that could be a sneaky good game, but I think the Eagles take that one. I think Jalen Hurts has a big game. I think the Patriots defense kind of shuts down the run game early, but I think it'll be like a 21-13 type game for
Okay.
Philly.
I got Philly as well. I think it'll be around that same score. Yeah, we're in agreement on that. The Eagles pull out a dub week 1, trying to make it back to that Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
We got Miami at the LA Chargers. Actually, the game of the week that I'm most excited for.
That's gonna be a really good game. I think I've got.
Oh, second game I'm most excited for. Actually, I got one more.
I'm gonna go with Miami that one.
Miami.
I think it's gonna be Miami in a close one. Like 1 touchdown game. Miami's gonna have Tyreek Hill out there, Jalen Waddle. If Tua plays good,
Well,
I think
what I don't know about Jalen just yet.
well, I don't think it'll be that significant of an
I-
injury, but we'll see. We'll see. I think that Jalen Waddle will have a good game if he's out there, and I think that ultimately it'll be like a 7-point game. So I'll say 35-28 Dolphins.
I got the Chargers. Only reason I got the Chargers week 1 here against Miami. Miami, I would most of the time probably take on this. But the reason I'm taking the Chargers is because the last game they played, it's all they've thought about all off season. So I'm taking the Chargers on week 1.
Good reason, yeah. Can't argue that.
All right. LA Rams at Seattle.
Seattle. all
I got
day.
Seattle too. I think
Gino's gonna have a huge day through the air. I think the JSN connection is there already. DK Tyler Lockett. It's gonna be aerial attack, baby.
Don't forget though, Matt Stafford's back. Cooper Cup's back.
Oh yeah, I mean that Cooper Cup connection is gonna be there always, but I think that Seattle ultimately will take that one early.
I've got Seattle as well winning that game. So we're in agreement on that. Last Sunday game, Dallas at New York Giants.
Ooh, I think that could be potentially a close game. I think Dallas's defense ultimately wins them that game. I think I'll take Dallas by 7, 21-14. But I think Saquon and Daniel Jones have a pretty solid game. Not good enough to beat Dallas week 1 though.
So I've got the Giants actually on this game. At home, I'm taking the Giants with Danny Dimes. I think Danny Dimes plays great. I think they win a really close game, 21-17.
Okay.
I
That's
think
good
it's
prediction.
really close. I think it comes down to the fourth quarter game, kind of style game. But yeah, I got the Giants week 1 taking a win over Dallas week 1.
What is the last matchup we got here?
Monday night football. We got the Buffalo Bills traveling to, you guessed it, New York to play the Jets.
It's gonna be a good matchup. I think I've got the Jets early. They got momentum. That defense is gonna be locked down. I think Rogers' connection to Garrett Wilson's gonna be huge that game. I got Jets winning this by 2 touchdowns, 35-21.
Ooh, I like that. I'll take that same score. I'll take the same score. I think that Josh Allen. I think this might be the downward slope to their Buffalo this year. If he throws 2 picks that first game, it's going to be a rough year.
Could be.
Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, he's locked down, bro. Best corner in the league.
But, ooh,
So
top
this is our.
top 3 corner in the league.
Oh yeah, I agree. But, well, everybody, this is our week 1 picks. So let us know in the comments what you like, what you dislike. Leave any feedback you feel necessary. So if you haven't subbed already, do so. Check out the TikTok, same handle. This has been JT Thunder, and
The stash.
we're out.